Failure isn't an end point, it's raw ore. Unrefined, brutal, packed with latent energy waiting for your crucible. Most people treat setbacks like toxic waste, something to bury, hide, or flee. Winners, we build refineries. At 17, when my first insurance office burned to the ground, I didn't see ruin. I saw exposed infrastructure. The flames had vaporized distractions, leaving only the steel frame of my resolve. While competitors rebuilt replicas of the past, I engineered a fireproof future. Policies that thrived in chaos, agents trained as crisis navigators. Modern neuroscience reveals what alchemists always knew. Adversity triggers neurogenesis. When you're cornered by impossibility, your brain's amygdala screams retreat, but your prefrontal cortex whispers, upgrade. The 1929 market crash wasn't my disaster, it was my doctorate. While brokers jumped, I dissected the carnage and what systems failed, what assumptions shattered, what hidden opportunities now bled through the cracks. My team didn't rebuild, we reimagined. Within months, we designed policies protecting families from economic freefall. Our revenue doubled as the nation crumbled. The crowd sees wreckage, architects see renovation blueprints. Resilience without purpose is endurance without direction, a marathon in quicksand. In 1942, as paper shortages threatened my business, I didn't hustle for resources. I reignited my why, protecting families from life's tempests. This North Star transformed obstacles into holy missions. My agents didn't sell policies, they delivered financial immunity. Prospects didn't hear sales pitches. They felt their deepest anxieties acknowledged and armored. Purpose isn't a mantra, it's metabolic fuel. When researchers studied Holocaust survivors, they found those with unwavering purpose endured unimaginable horrors without shattered psyches. Your why isn't inspiration, it's biological armor. During World War II rationing, my team sourced paper from unexpected places. Library discards, factory scrap, even cemetery ledger overruns. Why? Because protecting families was non-negotiable. Crowd sees roadblocks. Purpose-driven warriors see detours to destiny. Resilience is reactive. Anti-fragility, gaining strength from stress, is your true aim. At 14, selling newspapers in minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit winters, I didn't endure cold, I weaponized it. Each shiver became a neural reminder, discomfort is tuition for greatness. Modern science confirms controlled stress triggers hormetic responses, strengthening cells, sharpening cognition, boosting immunity. The billionaire's edge isn't avoiding falls, it's converting each tumble into altitude. True resurrection requires more than resilience, it demands regeneration. After my near-fatal 1947 plane crash, doctor said I'd never walk. Within 11 months, I ran my first post-crash mile. Not through willpower, through neuroplastic reprogramming. MRIs show such practices rewire motor cortex pathways. The crowd sees disability. Regenerators see forced evolution. When my son Clement Jr. nearly died at birth, I didn't pray. I founded pediatric hospitals. That child now leads our global philanthropy. The deepest wounds birth the boldest legacies. The world will try to auction your resilience. Corporations will bid for your grit. Mediocrity will beg you to lower your price. Refuse. Your scars are non-negotiable currency. Spend them only on your purpose. That frozen boy in Chicago's alleys didn't survive to build empires. He let each failure incinerate him, trusting the phoenix would rise stronger. Your pain isn't a liability, it's your collateral for greatness. Now stoke your furnace. Melt down every defeat. Mint your resilience into currency. that outlasts dynasties. The auction of your soul begins at dawn. Bid ruthlessly. Listen to the scar tissue singing beneath your skin. That's the anthem of your future victories. Every rejection, every betrayal, every dream deferred is a promissory note from the universe, payable in compound. Greatness. The day I stood bankrupt at 35, I didn't see ruin, I saw leverage. That collapse became the down payment on an empire serving millions. Resilience isn't a trade, it's a transaction. You deposit pain, withdraw power. Deposit doubt, withdraw clarity. Deposit failure, withdraw unshakable faith. The crowd hoards comfort like gold. Winners trade it for scars at 1,000% interest. That scar on your knuckle from your first failed venture, it's not a wound, it's a signature of ownership on the contract between you and destiny. The trembling in your voice when you pitched your dream and heard silence, not shame, the vibration of potential gathering kinetic force. In 1953, when regulators seized my assets for 11 months, I didn't hire lawyers, I hired philosophers. We dissected failure's anatomy. What if bankruptcy isn't an end but a forced sabbatical for genius, presume? What if humiliation is the universe's rebranding consultant? That catastrophe birthed our education division, now funding 47,000 scholarships globally. Your darkest hour isn't a cave, it's a compression chamber forging diamonds from doubt. Listen to the hum in your bones when you rise after defeat. That's the sound of compound interest on your pain. Modern neuroscience reveals adrenal surges during failure don't weaken you. They myelinate neural pathways for future victories. My agents who celebrated rejections as data deposits outsold others 3-1. That's why. Their brains literally rewired to interpret no as neurological currency. At 4:03 a.m. on your worst day, when the world screams quit, silence your devices. Stand naked before a mirror. Speak these words with blood-level conviction. This pain is my down payment. This fear is my collateral. This failure is my signature on the contract of my inevitable greatness. In 1961, paralyzed after a stroke, I whispered this while relearning to walk. Doctors called it a miracle. I called it terms of surrender negotiated with destiny. Your bankruptcy is someone's lifeline. Your rejection is a philanthropist's seed capital. Your rock bottom is the universe's foundation stone. Now, liquidate your pain. Spend your resilience wildly. The greatest fortunes aren't counted in coins, but in invincible spirits forged in failure's furnace. They'll bury your body, but never your resilience. When my lungs filled with fluid at 100, I gripped my grandson's hand. Every no I ever heard is now fuel for your rockets. Your scars outlive you. Your comebacks echo in eternity. That humiliation you're nursing, it's not a wound, it's immortality's down payment. Now go, stoke your furnace, melt down every defeat, mint your pain into currency that outlasts dynasties. The exchange never closes. The auction of your soul continues at dawn. Bid. Build. Become unbreakable.